So as I mentioned, causal studies are a very, very specific kind of design, so it's worth just spending a little more time on them. Because often, as evaluators, we get questions where people have in their minds that they want to know what the effect of a program is or what the impact of a program is, and they are asking causal questions. But because these study designs are the most rigorous and the most complicated to try to enact, we just want to have people be aware that there are certain conditions that have to be met before you can actually answer a study with a causal design. So one thing that needs to happen is you need to have some kind of an experimental group. These studies try to eliminate all the possible alternative explanations for an effect. So if you sent all your teachers to the professional learning development in STEM, but then you also had some teachers who decided to participate in an optional after-school instructional coaching program also in science, how do you know if it was the workshop or the coaching that made a difference on their instructional practice? So teachers work in conditions like this all the time. They're involved in several initiatives that try to change their practice, so it's hard to do a true experimental study. But these true studies, experimental studies, can be designed in a way that takes into account all those other factors. One way to do this is through a process called random assignment, where you randomly ask some teachers to participate in a professional learning and development program, and the other teachers who were also willing and interested in participating in that program, they get assigned to a control group. This group would be a comparison group because they would be doing business as usual without the intervention. However, in education, it is often logistically different to randomly assign teachers to different groups. So instead, it's more common to do what we call a quasi-experimental study. That's where you don't rely on random assignment, and these studies are based on finding a group of teachers to use as a comparison group, but you have to make sure that the comparison teachers are as similar in background, experience, school location, and other characteristics to the treatment group of teachers as possible. You can do all of this if you have a large enough group of teachers in your study and you need some advanced statistics. So while we're not going to go into these methods today, we wanted you to be aware of them because when you talk with an evaluator or a researcher, we just want you to know that if you ask if the program causes the outcomes you're expecting, you just need to know if a causal study design would be possible with the program that you're trying to evaluate.